And so you're going to that purple little foldable. Does everyone have a foldable? All right, so get your foldable out. This is basically all of your notes for the next unit. For next, actually, like 2 units. So what you're doing is we're going to box plots. Does everyone see that? Or it says box plots. Right here. See that? So you're going to the section that says box plots and opening it up. And it should say example 5 at the top. So everyone should be open to box plots. And it should look like that on your sheet. So today what we're doing is we're going to make box plots with our data, which shows us how spread out our data is. And so it's not much more than you already did on your ticket in the door. So the first thing you need to do is put your numbers in order. So what's your smallest number here? 13. When you're done with it, what should I do? Cross it out. Cross it out. So put all your numbers in order. What's the next highest number? 13. Another 13. Cross it out. What's your next highest number? 23. 23. Cross it out. I see there's another 23. Cross it out. 24. Good. 24. What is this one?
Wrong.
Oh, I found it. Okay, but what's the next number? 27. 27. Here's another 27. 30. 30. 34. 34. Another 34. And 55. Right here. Oh.
Miss K heard these things.
Yeah, I started stapling them out. Cool. I have them all in order. So when I'm doing a box plot, there's 5 things that I need. The first one is the minimum. The second one is our first quartile, which I'll explain in a second. So you're writing this on the side. The next one's our median, quartile 3, and our max.
Yeah.
Those are the 5 things that we're focusing on for this lesson. Now, when we were talking about quartile, a quartile means what percent of your data? 25. So all we're doing with these numbers to make a box plot, it just shows you each 25% of your data. So basically, when we're looking at like your grades, right? And we're looking at your averages. When we look at your data, we kind of analyze, okay, here's the bottom 25% of the class, their scores, the middle 25%, and then the top middle 25%, and the top people who scored on a test. That's how you usually analyze data when you are analyzing data, especially when you're like applying to colleges. That's how they look at, they're going to say, hey, what's this person's GPA compared to this applicant's GPA? They always look at data based on these box plots. And so the first thing you want to find is your minimum. Which number here is our minimum? 13, right? Which number is our maximum? 55. What you're going to do is on here, you're going to put dots on your minimum and your maximum. So 13 is like between 10 and 15, so I'm going to put a dot right there. And then 55 is right over here, so I'm going to put a dot on 55. Those dots represent your min and your max. You have learned this before. Now, you're finding your median next, which we did on our ticket in the door, where we go 1 for 1. So 1, 1, 2, 2, and we're trying to find the middle one. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. There's 2 in the middle. You gotta add that and then divide. Yeah, so we can add and divide by 2 because there's two numbers. You find the average. That's 27. Or what's the middle of 27 and 27? Good, 27. So I know 27 is my median, so I'm going to put it right here. And so make sure you're paying attention. So our median's 27. I'm going to find 27 right here and draw a line. That line represents my median. The last thing you're going to do is find your quartile 1 and 3. That's just breaking the data up into fourths. what you do is you don't include the median, and you break them apart again like this. So I'm gonna take this
I can't see.
and break apart my data, but I don't include the median. The median's right there. So sometimes it will be a number, right, where we cross it out like we did at the ticket in the door. Sometimes it will be a number where we have to find the average, but we never include the median when we're finding our Q1 and Q3. Now, to find the Q1 and Q3, you're doing the same thing we did for median, just with each section. So now I'm going to cross out and try to find the middle of this section. 1, 1, 2, 2. We have 2 in the middle. What is the middle of 23 and 23?
23.
23. So I know 23 is my quartile 1.
What the frick?
You're finding your median of this quartile. So I'm going to put a line where I see 23. I do the same thing with this section over here. So 1, 1, 2, 2. I have 2 numbers in the middle.
You do?
Right here.
Oh, you
30
got
and 34.
27.
So what do I do when I have 2 numbers? How do you get that?
It was in the middle.
It's in the middle, or we could do what Nyasha said, which is add them both and divide by 2 because there's 2 numbers. Either way, you'll still get 32 as your quartile 30. Last thing you do is you draw a box. So you draw a box that looks like this. See, that's my box, and this is my whisker.
Wait, I can't see that.
So the red lines represent your quartiles. The green line represents your median, and the min and max are represented by those dots. So what this shows me is each quarter of my data. What do I mean by that? That means that this is 25% of my data, the first 25. This is my second 25. This is my third 25. And this is my fourth 25. So it's just my data. All this shows me is my data split up into 4 different parts. Let's try another one. And so I see a lot of people kind of like looking around and not taking notes. You need to show me if you're going to ask questions. The first thing Ms. Thompson and I are going to have you do is refer back to your notes and have you explain the notes to us. But if you don't have them, then that's tough luck, right? You can watch the video again because I'm recording it right now. So make sure that you're writing down all the notes, and while I'm doing it, ask questions. Not when I'm all done. Look up from your phone and ask questions, because I'm not going to answer that. Those phones should be away. So let's go to the next one, example 6. So we're doing the same thing. First thing we do is put them in order. This is put in order for us. They're being nice. The 5 things I need to find are my min. What else is it?
Your Q1,
Q1.
your median,
Yep.
Q3, and your max.
Beautiful. That's your 5 number summary, it's called. So Kayla, what's your min? What's your max? It's already in order. Yeah, this one just happens to be. Now to find the median, remember I just go 1 for 1. So I make a little parentheses right here. And I go, okay, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. This guy's in the middle by himself. So who's our median? 83. And I could do the box and all this while I'm doing it, or you could do it all at the end. I'm going to do it, I like doing it while I'm doing it, so I'm going to put a line for my median, and then 74 is my min, so that's a little below 75, and 99 is my max. Those are always dots. Then to find your quartile is just the median of each section, but we don't include your median. So we make parentheses now, not including your median.
Okay.
Now you just find the median of each of these. So I go 1, 1, up. These are both in the middle.
Oh.
How do I find the median of that? What's between 75 and 76?
75.
Not subtract,
Add
but
it
add.
and then you divide it by.
Yes, you can add and divide by 2, or Jeremiah can look at it and go, okay, what's between 75 and 76? 75 and a half. Either way, you get the same answer. So I'm gonna draw a line with 75 and a half, right there. Then I just do the same thing if we're over here. So 1, 1, there's 2 of them. So what do I do to find the median or the quartile?
Add them together.
And
And
divide by,
Divide by
86.
and divide by 2, right?
Divide by
And you get 86. Perfect. Then all you do is you draw a line. So there's your box. And then there's your whiskers.
what is all of this like extra like not club down?
The what?
Yeah, do like take off. Right.
Oh, I was just showing you that like each interval is 25%. So I was like, you don't need to write that. I was just showing you that. Cool. So I'm gonna have you guys try the last one on your own. Then I'm gonna teach you how to put it in your calculator. And it literally you put the numbers in and it spits out the answers, basically. So try this on your own first. Some people like doing it by hand anyways. So even though the calculator is easier, I would say, a lot of people still like just doing it by hand. So you're gonna do this last one by hand, and then I'm gonna show you how to do it in your calculator. So first, go for it. I'm gonna lag behind you. So first thing you should be doing is putting your summary. So it's already in order too. So you don't even need to put it in order. So to put it in your calculator, we're going to do the same exact question. I just want to see that you know how to get it. So first you're clicking data in your calculator.
Oh no. So what?
First you're clicking the button that says data in your calculator.
Okay.
Perfect.
Ooh, new trick.
Yep. First you're clicking data. Everyone got data in.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Then you're typing each of those numbers in. So you're typing your values. Write this down. And click enter after each one.
It'll say data.
Wait, what?
So like, for example, you're clicking data, then you're typing these numbers in. So 52, enter. 70, enter. 72,
Okay,
enter.
And then you start
Data, then type in your values and click enter after each one.
72,
70,
again.
52.
Yeah, and make sure to type it twice. Even though 72 is twice,
70, and
write 72.
You said make sure type it on.
Yeah.
72,
I think values.
74, and
You don't want to say it.
Then you press second, the green button, and click data again.
Data.
Oh, I clicked table on accident.
It's okay, you can still do this. Second data, and then you're clicking enter 4 times.
What are we doing?
You'll see. So you literally just click it 4 times, or it's like a video game. You have a combo thing and you have to get it just right.
Not just like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, it actually gives
Like
you-
mediation.
Like, you gotta, and then
That's short.
get it, yes, get it.
I don't get it.
I get what you're saying. So you click enter 4 times, and you guys see a list.
Yes.
And so scroll down on your table, and you should see something that looks like this: min x,
I see it.
u1, median,
It didn't do nothing.
u3, and max.
I got it.
2, 3,
I didn't
4.
do nothing.
And then scroll down.
And I do nothing.
I got mine.
Because you didn't type the original value.
I did.
52 enter.
I did all that.
Okay, so then you have to
Oh, yeah.
second
No.
second stage.
Then so you erase those data.
So then enter 1, 3, 4.
Good job.
What do you mean it just?
I'm not calling.
Yeah. No, because you're writing your data. Is how it is. You guys all see it?
That's kind of what we do. Like too many steps you gotta do.
How about minimum eight?
What did you think?
I can't hear you. I mean, I can't hear you.
Yay!
Yeah, we see it a lot.
You guys, does everyone see it? Does everyone see it?
Yeah.
So,
No.
when you scroll down, it gives you everything. Real quick though, last thing, if you need individual help, I'll help you in a second. Oh, I didn't make The last thing is, do you guys see at the very top, not the first one, it might be the third one, it looks like this with an X with a line over it?
Yes.
Do you guys see that in your calculator? No. Scroll all the way up.
All the way up.
It has an X with a line over it, and it gives you a number next to it.
Let's say 2, and then, okay.
That's your mean.
Very good.
That means your mean.
That's his.
Alright, let me write that.
Things I want to go over real quick. The first thing, let's know. The first thing is IQR, and you're given this formula, and that's interquartile range. So IQR means interquartile range. They give this to you on your formula sheet. What words can I pick out from this that I know?
Range.
Range, what does range mean?
Big was small.
The largest minus smallest, right? What does quartile mean?
The quarter of.
The quarter of your data, right? All you're doing is doing IQR just means your quartile 3 minus your quartile 1. So when they ask for interquartile range, you're just taking whatever you get for Q3 minus Q1.
Is it?
It's not in there. You have to take Q3, whatever the value is, minus Q1. Does this make sense? Is everyone good with the calculator? If you want to do it by hand, that's fine too. But you need to know how to do it both ways. Cool. All right, so what you're working on today, we'll do one more where I'm lagging behind you. How many people are going to be using the calculator? Raise your hand.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I don't even.
Let's do one more.
Do you want to do one more trying the calculator?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try one more doing the calculator. So, if you don't